Hello, everybody. We are back to the Life Money Balance podcast. Welcome back, and thank you for tuning in. I want you to like and subscribe to the show. But this week, it's Thanksgiving week, officially kicking off the holiday season. So, what does that mean? It means good food, good family, giving thanks, having gratitude, spending time with your loved ones, having good faith, watching some sports, and you know what? Shopping. And you know what? We can get a head start on a lot of things about our budget, a lot of things about our finances, because 2024 is coming up. So let's kick off the show about Black Friday and Cyber Week spending. Check it out. All right, everybody, welcome back to the show. I'm your host, Dr. Preston Cherry. We chop it up about all things life and money on the show. We want your life to lead your money, not your money lead your life, so you can create your life's design and achieve financial freedom. All right. So, oh my goodness, a couple of days. Well, tomorrow, as the recording of this show is happening, Thanksgiving is tomorrow, but in general, the holiday season is here. It's all about joy, family, friends, faith, whatever that you want to apply to this season. We have a lot more time freedom, so we want to give a lot of gratitude to the year that's passed and the year that's coming up. And a lot of things that are going on right now is about our finances. They're never ending, right? It's a cycle. It's about life stages and all that. And we also want to have fun with our finances, but we want to be mindful with our finances. And what's going on this week, kicking off of the holiday season? Shopping. Black Friday is here. Cyber Monday is coming up. Cyber Week is here, and then we're just shopping throughout the holiday season. And this show is going to be about how we can address and manage and navigate the holiday season about shopping and managing our emotions. Talking about some fun statistics, talking about what the current macro environment is, how it's affecting our household. I mean, because we have internal items that we could control in our household, but we also have external environments that we cannot control. So we're going to talk about that and how that affects our finances and our shopping and aligning it with our values. We're going to have some fun talking about quality. You know, a lot of folks talk about, about thriftiness. They talk about quality of goods, preferences, and getting up all in people's business all the time. When what people have and what people shouldn't have. So we're going to talk about many things today. We're going to keep it tight with 5. Here we go with 5. We're going to talk about some fascinating statistics I want you to know about Black Friday and Cyber Week. I want to talk about inflation rates because we're feeling that, and interest rates. We're feeling those as well. We're going to talk about prioritizing your finances, cutting once on your quality goods, your needs, and your values. And cutting once meaning, go ahead, we'll get to this. Go ahead and use this shopping season to buy quality and align it with your wants, needs, and values and budget or spending plan, I guess you should say. And that way you can have a longer, enjoyment time with what you buy and enjoying your material goods and also your experiences while you're out there with your family and friends. So statistics, inflation rates, inflation and interest rates, prioritizing your finances, cutting once for quality goods, and also enjoying. So let's kick off with some statistics. Let's do it. All right. We know that folks during the holiday season spend a lot of money. And sometimes you spend in order to think you're saving. So you actually have to spend to save. So when folks are out there talking about, I'm saving money, well, you have to spend to save. And we don't know what we're working with, as my dad says. What am I working with? What's in my pocket? What's in my bank account? Then we don't know, and we'll talk about that in a later point. But here's some statistics. All right. The retailers out there are expecting you to go out and spend some straight cash, homie, as Randy Moss would say. And year over year, we're talking about a interesting statistics by the National Federation report that uh, that spending is going to go up between 7 and 9, not 79, between 7 and 9% from last year. So folks have a little bit more cash on hand, but we'll get to that later. Whether you should be deploying that right now, depending on what your finances are. But retailers are expecting a decent spending season and shopping season for you this year. Okay. Also, too, when we're talking about, if we narrow it down to Black Friday, and what is Black Friday? Black Friday is that day after Thanksgiving. So we get full on food and with our family. Some of you, if you like football, all of that. Then that next day, it's time to go out there and get that shop on, right? Either out in there in the streets or online or on our phones. And Black Friday, Cyber Monday, which is the Monday following Thanksgiving, and then this whole week after Thanksgiving, people are shopping on their phones at extremely discounted prices. Okay. Well, it used to be extremely discounted prices. We'll talk about that in a minute. What kind of deals can you expect out there? So just discounts in general. And this is what the motivation is to get savings on the goods that you hopefully are already going to buy, goods and services that you're already going to purchase. Okay. So, we were talking about Black Friday, Cyber Monday, Cyber Week statistics on sales. Well, the average discount that's being expected out there is about 35%. That's a little lower than usual, because remember I just said, extreme discounts. Well, I mean, that's what people want to get, right? We that's what we want. We want to feel the love. We want to go into the stores, either online or out there, and really get a bang for our buck. Okay. But the statistics are showing us, or the reports are showing us, that 35% is usually the average discount this year, and it's a little lower than other years. What do you want to see? Right? I think people want to see 45%, 50%. We want to see more BOGOs, buy one, get one. We want to see a lot of deals happening, so we can go out there and really experience that we're getting a deal for our household. So 35% may not motivate you. And this goes to another point. Folks, there's a survey out there as well that folks are talking about. Well, I'm a little skeptical about Black Friday and Cyber Monday and Cyber Week now, because, how do we know that you didn't raise the prices and discount them off the raised prices? It's kind of like more air in chips bags. You got some chips bag lately, where you're opening up those chips and there's more air in there. There's a term I can't remember what it is right now, but you got more more money, less goods right now. So same thing here is, prices are higher, and the discount is coming off the higher price. So, folks are saying, well, the discount is not as much as it used to be. Prices may be higher. We'll talk about that later also. So I'm a little bit, wondrous about the deals. So folks are waiting for deeper discounts. So they're participating, or projected to participate. What about yourself, right? I'd like to hear from you. They're projected to participate. That said, there's some waiting baked in a little bit too. All right. Okay. It's also expected that a whole bunch of folks, doesn't matter where you're from, if you have some cash available and you wanted to shop and participate in this time of season, almost 82% of folks are going to be out there shopping in some sort of way. So 82%. Also, too, you got your mobile device. So this is mostly a gift and a curse a little bit, right? So the statistic is 51% of us are going to shop on our mobile phone. However, this is a little lower than usual because folks are wanting to get out and shop too and get some, feeling the love of the people, getting out there with some elbow, some elbow bumping and all that type of jazz because we've been locked up for a couple of years with COVID. So personal interaction. So stores want people in the stores and people want to be in the stores. All right. So I guess too, what I want to say about your mobile phone being a gift of the curse is trying to manage the emotions about those immediate gratification purchases or, those emotional purchases that you must have. Take a breather, take a pause, and we'll talk about that during the budgeting session. All right. All right. So listen, a lot of statistics, though. I thought you'd have some fun with it. What retailers are expecting from you, what you or what are expected from the buyers, what's going on in your mind. Are you going out there to shop? Are you skeptical of deals and spending to save? Although you're saving, you have to spend to save. So we want to watch all of these emotions and thoughts and keep our eye on our pockets before we go out there and really spend. All right. So what's going on in the economic environment right now that we should be aware of about our household and how that's going to be affecting our spending and our goals going forward now and in 2024. Well, we've been hearing a lot about interest rates and inflations, so let's chop it up about that. All right. As you well know, you've been hearing a lot about inflation. Inflation this is just the increase of goods and services. And have y'all looked at a price of eggs right now? You can't even get a good egg sandwich nowadays. I mean, that used to be a default to where you can go get an egg sandwich, in your house, cook up a few eggs. It cost you $1 or something like that. Now dozen of eggs are what, $6, $7? It's crazy, right? So prices go up. Gas, right? And we're talking about folks. It doesn't matter where you're from, but it affects pocketbooks at lower ends of the spectrum, but even higher ends of the spectrum, high income folks. If you're rolling with me, all right, and I don't know you, all right, we best have a plan of where we're going because I just filled up just a minute ago $4 or $5 a gallon, for that super duper unleaded, So we best have a plan about where we're going. So the point about it is that inflation has been happening. Particularly, we have heard in the news over the last year or two, because the Fed is trying to cool the economy a little bit, and that means raising interest rates, which we'll get to here in a minute, and also raising interest rate and cooling inflation. So these interest rates and inflation goes hand in hand. As inflation is rising, we're trying to cool the economy. We, meaning the Fed. So they're trying to act accordingly and trying to cool this inflation, y'all. But, that means interest rates are making borrowing more costly, our credit cards, this, that, and the other, because we have to use borrowing costs through banks. All right. So if their costs go up, it passes it down to us. Okay. And then also what we're purchasing costs more money, goods and services. Okay. So right now, though, inflation, we saw inflation last year over year, the prior year, get up into the 7 and 8s. Okay. Meaning 7-8%. Well, this year over year, inflation has cooled some to about 3.25%. Well, that's cooled, all right, because there's been some factors been taken to an account to where the interest rates have been raised. The Fed fund rate has been raised by the Fed to try to cool that. So it's working a little, all right. But that said, some of these prices are already baked in. So inflation is cooling, as far as the increase of inflation year over year, from 8 to 3, but the price increase is already baked in. So prices are still high, and we're still feeling it, from airline travel to groceries to gas to everywhere. So we have to take into account all these higher prices when we're going out there purchasing. So of course we need to see some good discounts out there, especially more than some 35% that's being predicted out there. We need to be motivated to, unash this cash. Right? So yes, inflation, the rise of inflation is cooling percentage wise, different from last year and the years and the immediate years prior, but the prices are still elevated. So we have to account for that. And interest rates, let's go to that. The Fed, to combat this a choppy economy and running hot, as we would say, which is higher inflation, then interest rates have to go up in order to cool this effect, to try to bring inflation down, which is working a little bit. But that said, when the Fed raises interest rates, it's a trickle down effect. It doesn't necessarily directly affect like credit card rates, but it does affect the prime rate that your banks are paying. And then when banks are lending for as mortgage, when they're extending credit to autos, homes, credit cards, all that, then they're going to pass that on to us, the holders, the consumer, the public. So what's that mean? While we're out there charging, we have to be mindful of our credit cards, okay? And because those interest rates are going up, and we have to think about where we want to align our funds. We don't want too much debt at 20 some odd percent. All right, so we need to be thinking about where we want to assign our funds. Remember, life and money alignment gives money assignment. And if you allocate your monies this way, where it's being charged a lot of money, then you're losing opportunity cost all day long. You want to align that money somewhere else, give that money assignment where potentially maybe in the market's doing fairly well right now, but you want a consistent plan. You don't want to time it or anything like that, but you do want to be mindful and saying, if I'm being overly charged right now, a high interest rate for credit, auto loans, home, and the like. Well, I don't want to pay interest like that. I want to make a return. So I want to assign my dollars somewhere where hopefully it's making money for the long term. So we do have to think about inflation, prices of what we're buying out there, and we also have to think about interest rates of what we're paying. I say all the time about interest rates. They're compounding both ways. They're compounding. You're paying it, or you're compounding and earning it. You want to compound and earn interest or a rate of return. All right. So that's what we're talking about. So let's go ahead and jump to. We got to think about prioritizing our goals. It sounds like a broken record, and I got some records right back here. By the way, I just put my record up here. I always keep songs of the key of life, Stevie Wonder. I got George Michael Faith up here for you Generation Xers out there. But broken record when we're talking about prioritizing your finances, and no better time right here during holiday season and the next year coming up. So let's chop it up about prioritizing your finances. All right. So when we're talking about prioritizing our finances, we are talking about our goals, our values. All right. Our aspirations, our audit. This is what we're talking about when we're talking about our prioritizing our goals and finances. Okay. When we are doing this exercise, we are going through saying what we do want to do and what we don't want to do. And what we don't want to do is repeat maybe past mistakes, or dig ourselves in deeper holes, or set us back for how we want to go forward in the future. All right. So when we're talking about going forward in the future, we want to, again, I'll repeat it again. Life and money alignment is then you can give your money assignments. And so this is a perfect time to go through and go through your spending plan. All right. Spending plan is different from budgeting. Budgeting, you're going through line items, you're trying to get a hold of your budget and all that. But when you're making high incomes, you're tackling all your goals from the top, giving money to those goals and assignments, your retirement plans, all of this, maybe, whole life insurance, whatever it may be. You're giving all your money, paying yourself first. Then what's left over, boom, you get to you get to allocate that how you want and get jiggy with it, right? Will Smith style. Just don't be slapping nobody, right? But that's a spending plan. But we do want to, track and see if anything's off track with our spending plan, and plan for, life events that are coming up, being considerate of these interest rates, inflations, maybe headwinds as they call them, winds coming across. We have to be considerate of a lot of things before we go out there and just unask this cash, right? So this is a great time to look out, audit, what I call here at Concurrent, what we call here at a Concurrent, a healthy, honest self audit, which is admit where you are, acknowledge how you feel about it so you can take action. And when you're admitting where you are, okay, what life stage am I in? What life events that are coming up? What milestones that are coming up? Then you can perform an audit so you can acknowledge how you feel about that. All right, that's part of your audit as well. Now you can take action and run with it. So prioritize your goals, and that's going to help us during Black Friday and Cyber Spending Week. All right. Okay. So when we are out there, I push back mightily on, folks, you hear all this stuff about you can't buy things and enjoy things. You get no enjoyment out of things. You get no enjoyment out of luxury. You get no enjoyment out of quality goods and services. And that's some bull. All right. You do want to enjoy your things to make it life easier and make life enjoyable too. All right. As long as it's within a plan. You also want to enjoy, and I'll just stick there. All right. So far as you're the quality of your goods and quality of luxury, if it's within your plan, it's okay to have wants. Wants and needs are the same playing field because they're a part of your person and part of your preference. All right. You just have to have a plan. Part of your person, part of your preference, be a part of your plan. Then you can have wants and needs, and you're ready to go. So let's talk about cutting wants for values, quality, and needs. All right. So I'm going to actually, look out for it. I'm going to post about this. My wife and I bought, we bought new glasses, new drinking glasses. All right. They happen to be crystal or glass. I think it is. I think it's glass, hard glass. Okay. And we upgraded from our previous set was actually mine, because I just got married this past summer. And we could tell, and it was nice. I was thankful to actually have a set, and that was nice and all that. But I didn't have any time to really, upgrade myself, upgrade you, right? So I wanted something in my hand when I'm getting a glass of water, right? And so we got this set. So it's increasing the quality good, and I can feel the difference when I'm having a sip of water. Now, a need is if I need to get some water, I just get a cup and I get some water. That's fine. But if I have the means, and I'm grateful to have the means, then it's okay to purchase quality. There's a difference. So when we're out there, as far as Black Friday and Cyber Week and everything like that, if there's some luxuries or some quality goods that you want to buy, it may be a freezer, a house freezer. It may be furniture. It may be, bed sheets. It may be whatever floats your boat. Okay. Then go out there and purchase that at a good discount. I'm looking for some t-shirts underneath my shirt, right? You got the V-neck, or the round shirts or whatever. Those could be a spin, underdraws. All right. Now, men and women underdraws, they done lost their dang on mind how much these things are, right? So package of 3 t-shirts, running, $30, $30, $40 and stuff like that. Oh my goodness, right? Well, this is a perfect time. But see, I like good quality t-shirts. So this is a good time to get out there during Black Friday, Cyber Week. Look out there and be like, look, I'm about to get right for the rest of the year. And also too, when we're looking for, deals on quality goods that we've been thinking about for a while, then these are some things that we can consider in our spending plan. Okay. Cut once. It may hurt a little bit. You're going to spend a little bit more money. That said, it's better than cutting once and feeling just a little bit of pain right now. Enjoy. That's why I say enjoy it, because it's better than feeling the pain of having to buy something over and over again, and then interrupting your quality of life by saying, having a regret, I should have bought that better than I did that, and I'm not enjoying what I have. So why do all that? If you have the means, it's within your plan, all that, cut once, get that quality, align it with your with your preferences and values, and go ahead and do that thing. And particularly if it's a need, do that thing some more, right? So buy that quality to increase your quality of life, and be well with it, and don't mind everybody else talking about, you need to be doing this, you should be doing this, and why did you buy all that? Mind your own business. You heard me? All right, let's wrap up the show with one more, which is enjoyment and fulfillment. Enjoy your materials and your experiences while you're out there in the holiday season. Okay, did we only come around this block one time? Okay, and when we're talking about enjoying the holiday season and year round, every day is about having 2 feet on the ground and 6 feet above. What a blessing it is to have that opportunity to fulfill one's aspirations and go after one's aspirations. Have another day. Some days, survival is the win. Other days, and that's an opportunity to just get through and then try again the next day. There are other days where we got 2 feet on and 6 feet above, where is a greatest gift, where you have the resources and the fire up into you to maximize oneself. That's a gift and a blessing. A gift and a blessing is also to have good family and friends and energy around you. Whatever your faith may be, all of this is gratitude. Okay, so that's the number one thing we're talking about, enjoying your experiences. Now, moving on from that, when you're talking about enjoy your material goods and your experiences while you're going out there during the holiday season, then enjoy it. You only come around once. So if you have your plan in place, you have preferences, you're aligning your values, this, that, the other, you did all the things that we're talking about, then enjoy what you're doing. Enjoy the experience of going out and buying a few things. If you're being mindful about it, go ahead, just go ahead and do it. Enjoy being around your family. Enjoy making that purchase. Okay. If you have a plan, that's what I always say. If you have a plan for your spending plan, a plan for your long-term aspirations, your life design, and it's baked in there, then plans help you figure out what you want to do and releases what you can do. And while you can do it, we'll do it and enjoy it. Okay. And so enjoy the time around your family. If you're out there, if your phone, send it out on WhatsApp. Hey, look at this, look at that. You got your Amazon Prime going and all this other stuff. Look at this, look at that. Enjoy that back and forth. Enjoy being out on the streets and everything like that, and being out amongst people. Look at the holiday season decorations and everything. Enjoy those experiences. Enjoy your time. Enjoy the goods that you buy, because they're supposed to increase your quality of life while you're out there. And then sometimes you just want something. So, reward yourself to do that as well. And in the framework of all of what we're talking about today. Okay, man, what a show. Want to hear from you, continue to hear from you. Life Money Balance is all about letting your life lead your money, not your money lead your life. Thank you for listening. Want you to tune in, continue to tune in, like and subscribe, share. We dropping these Life and Money gems every week. So got the YouTube and all the social media channels. So I can't wait to see you. Happy holidays. We'll chop it up later. Cheers.